Hello, this is Peckham for Good TV looking out for you by warning you about this notoriously glitchy trophy in Mafia 3. I don't normally do achievement videos, but this was such a ball ache to achieve. I need to make it worth my while, you know? Down below in the description is the link to the guide that I used to get this trophy, or at least figure out why the fuck I didn't get it the last two times I met the criteria. I did not create this video intending to make anything comprehensive. This is more or less a validation of the aforementioned guide, because even in the comment section that you would find a lot of contention as to whether or not going through the motions of what this guy tells you to do in order to achieve this trophy family actually works. The big take home from this is that you have to complete the secondary missions, IRA Don't Ask, 45 in my hand, and I Need a Favor, after you have captured every single district. There's about 9 districts in total, I believe, not counting the ones in the first act or tutorial, as it's more known as. Like, maybe I should play more video games that were released after 2010, but this is the most obtruse achievement I've ever gone for. The thing with the family trophy in Mafia 3 is that you can meet the criteria of achieving the trophy and not get it at all for some fucking reason. If you go back and forth between taking the districts and doing the side missions, the secondary missions for your underbosses, it breaks something, you know. I think that is the reason why many people don't get this trophy and why it is glitched. There is the general consensus, though, is that there is an internal counter of some sort that malfunctions every time you turn off the game, turn off the console. You only achieve these secondary missions by giving the districts to a certain underboss. Each secondary mission is split up into 3 parts, and you only get a part when you assign a district to an underboss. If you meal piece it and achieve a district, give it to the underboss, do that underboss's mission, one part of it, and then go on, district capturing, or whatever the fuck, this tedious gameplay loop you want to call it, then you will not achieve the trophy. All of the secondary missions have to be done in a row. You cannot do one part, come back to it, and do the second part, come back to it, to keep continuing the story, keep capturing districts, because if you do, the counter won't recognize it for some reason, and the game will not give you the trophy. What I need to just get to you right now is that you don't need to turn off the game in order to achieve the family trophy in Mafia 3. That doesn't matter. What matters solely, I think, in my opinion, is just the order in which you complete the missions. Do not touch the secondary missions at all until you've captured every single district, until you get to the point where you are about to kill Sal Marcano. That final mission where you have to go back to Donovan and basically say, I've killed everyone but Marcano, so I'm going to go get Marcano now. Up until the final mission. If you're at the final mission, that's when you should be doing the secondary missions. That's when you can start doing these equally repetitious and god-awful secondary missions. In my personal opinion, Vito's secondary missions were the only ones that were worth a damn, mainly because they're like hitman assassination type missions. If the one thing that Mafia 3 does really well is the gunplay, or at least how the guns sound, especially the shotguns. I mean, like, these are some of the most satisfying shotguns I've ever played in a third-person shooting game. There is a reason why they are the first category when you open up the gun shop. You know, like they are super satisfying. But yeah, Vito's are good. Cassandra's repetitious. Burks, you know, pun intended, I guess. IRA don't ask is easily the most broken mission in the entire game. The cars that you need to boost are randomly exploding, you know, every time you go to get them. And on occasion, on the very last car I was meant to get, the very last thing I needed to do in the entire game, 12 hours was resting upon this. 12 hours of my time was resting upon this, about trying to find this last sports car, and the locations wouldn't spawn on the map. Like, I was thinking, is the game broken? How is the game broken? 12 hours of my time. I'm gonna have to delete the fucking thing and start all over again. It's like, God, if I did, I probably would never pick this game up again, because like that would just be taking the piss. But thankfully, it was just it was a manageable bit of jank, and looking up another guide to see where all the cars, you know, spawn, because it's not because they just spawn wherever, you know. Them not loading upon the map doesn't mean that they are not there. They are still there. It's just locations on the map, the markers didn't spawn. You know, that's it. They are still there, wherever, you know, unless they randomly explode. But for fuck's sake. Oh man, what a game. So yeah, that's basically it. All districts first, then complete the secondary missions. Don't have to turn off the game, and there you go. You achieve one of the most painful trophies I've ever gone after. You know, it's like this was not fun. This was not fun, but I don't know, the masochist in me says like I'm going to go back and, you know, 100% this. I've still got to go through the one, you know, just the two of us, you know, trophy, and God forbid the DLC. I mean, oh fuck me, what's wrong with me? Jesus, this game's so broken, but I can't stop playing it. God. Anyway, so if you've gotten this far, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you whenever.